right,
well,
man.
Foley.
Axel back, man. It's like
Everybody came back for this.
Why? Why?
Hey, man.
You know, the checks clear, man.
Yeah.
It's going straight to Netflix.
This might be a better thing than we think, though. Exactly. But you know what kind of deals Netflix throws out.
Yeah.
Look what they did with Chappelle. I mean, they dropped what, like 6? Yeah.
Yeah. Netflix is paying.
They might put, Netflix is paying. And just think about it's motherfucking Eddie Murphy.
Right.
It's Eddie Murphy. When Netflix cuts those checks for stand-up, they go off to, your sales, like your seats.
Okay.
What you sell in the seats. Hopefully Netflix puts together where he comes back on stage.
That's where I wanted you to stand up. I want that to go if he's working with Netflix directly to get that going. Like, hey man, I want to do my own, especially because Chappelle dropped Saturday or Sunday? It drops his new special.
Oh, word?
Yeah, his new special coming up this weekend. He got Morgan Freeman doing the trailer. Come on, man.
He about to piss him off again. I can't wait for it.
So exactly, it come out this weekend. Saturday, Christmas or New Year's Eve. Is that Sunday?
I mean, I for one, man, I watched the trailer and I said this movie ain't gonna be the same if the two cops from the two originals weren't there. Judge Reinhold and the other cat. They in that motherfucker looking old as shit. I'm like, y'all ain't promoted up yet. Just like Tom Cruise was still a captain in Top Gun Maverick.
His boss in Detroit died. So
yeah, he died. That's the you know what I'm saying. And then when I heard I always call this motherfucker Balky. When I heard this motherfucker pull up, Ackwell Foley, I said, no, I got Balky back in this motherfucker. But it looks good. It looks a shit ton better than 3 was horrendous. 3 was fucking horrendous. I don't know if y'all watched that. That was horrendous. So for me, I think his Christmas movie just bombed. I don't think anybody watched You People. We already know what the fuck happened to Coming to America too. So I hope that we get some of that Dolomite, you know what I mean, funny back and raunchiness that we got, because Beverly Hills Cop was the shit. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Okay. Like I said, man, I just wanted to, throw that out there. I saw it. I was like, oh man, we got to talk about this. I know how you're a fan of the movies and also these, because we don't get, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. We don't get those. We get one off, and then it's like, well, maybe if you put up your own money, then we'll do something. But it is Eddie, and I'm hope he's doing this to set up a stand up.
Yeah, I would be interested in hearing what he has to say after 40 years since his last
man. Yeah, what was it? Raw
was 87.
Damn,
something like that.
Damn. Okay.
It might have been.
Shout out to Drizzy.
Shout out
Lex
to
Wessner
Jay Drizzy.
is Victoria's Secret. That's
him.
That's
I should have known Drizzy gonna know.
Shit. Yeah.
Drizzy. Yep. Raw was 87. Drizzy know all the goddamn secrets.
Okay, if brother knows too much,
right?
You one of them cats that might get murked for
shit he Drizzy try to taper Drizzy down a little bit, like, bro, too much info. Land your plane. Right. In fact, put your plane back in the hangar.
Drizzy got a bunker on the Sharon line. Got a bunker.
Don't let him fool you.
That motherfucker full of hot Cheetos and diet soda. That motherfucker got he hiding 3 of the 10 commandments down there. I'm telling you.
What you mean the 10 commandments? He got the ark.
Right.
He got the ark.
Drizzy got all that shit. Quiet as kept. Indiana Jones was about Drizzy. It's called Drizzy Jones. Shit.
Drizzy Jones.
That's his new name.
Drizzy Jones and
Drizzy
Drizzy Jones.
All right, man. Get us out of here, man. We punching tonight, man. We punching.
He like y'all found out. Drizzy knows shit.
Yeah, it's like, what?
How the hell? Right. Did y'all watch the trailer, man?
Yeah, man.
The shit was fucking
I watched the trailer, man.
Okay. Drizzy like that exists.
Hey, man, it's David Allen Greer, man.
Who? Somebody, but you know what? This was actually a joke.
Spike Lee.
Yeah. Well,
it was Spike Lee.
Not really.
About the American
not really,
Negro,
because like
or,
if you go,
the magical Negro.
yeah,
go ahead.
But if you go, there's like a in cinema, there is a list. It's like 70 motherfuckers, man. They went back to here. Let me see if I can find it. But
yeah, because Bagger Vance was on that shit.
Yeah.
No, you know who was?
Wasn't Bagger Vance? It wasn't Bagger Vance. Go ahead.
What they were talking about? I think it was I think it was Chris Rock made a joke, and he said, if you ever notice in movies, the black dude is always somebody said, I think it was him, because on his when he had his talk show on HBO, he had he did a skit, and it was called Migger, the Magic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember that, but he said, "Hi, I'm Migger, the Magic," and he was making fun of I think it was The Legend of Bagger Vance, where it was what's my boy that played Jason Bourne? Will Smith just popped up. Hey, I'm Bagger Vance, and just was helping this motherfucker with all his problems, and then disappeared like nobody knew who this motherfucker was. And they said in cinema is always a magic black person, on top of the fact that if you look at history, you know what I'm saying. There's always a black dude that's behind the scenes,
making sure everything is smooth and making sure that, like, the premise of the whole show was making sure they're comfortable. Making sure they're straight, making sure their life isn't, topsy-turvy. Is just only thing I hate about it was the storyline at the end with the romance of the
and then
the biracial whatever.
Like Lewis Latimer would be considered a magic, because like a lot of people said, man. So you telling me he just wrote up another the blueprints for another motherfucker's idea, or was that his fucking idea? Because they said that whole patent shit, a lot of black people lost a lot of shit through the whole patent system.
Yeah.
What is this? 1980s? Yep. Uncle Remus, Homer Smith, Super Soul, Grover Moe
from Silver Street.
Shit, Richard Pryor from the fucking toy.
I forgot about Whoopi Goldberg in Star Trek.
Yep.
What happened in Star Trek?
She was on it.
She was like the Oracle. She was like one of the oldest living people in the universe, and she was one of the only people that survived the Nexus. There's some Star Trek.
That is right. That is right. No, I remember that.
Picard would go there, and she was a bartender. Picard would go to the bar and ask her for advice. Like the best captain in Starfleet, go to this old black woman who was a bartender, and she would tell him about life.
Look, hey,
same thing with dude from Love Boat. But go ahead, Isaac.
Remember Older Mae Brown and Ghost, Azim, Vinny. Let me see something. Who else is on here? Minerva,
Chubbs from Happy Gilmore.
Yep, Carl Weathers. You went from Apollo Creed to motherfucking Chubbs.
Hey man, that check still cleared. So
still clear with that fucked up hand.
It was like I said, it was a play on words, but it's a thing. This is how we get casted, and somebody decided to make a movie, and I guess the NAACP is trying to shut this movie down. All kind of backlash for this movie already, because they don't like the end with the biracial rom-com type shit.
Get the fuck out of here. I want to see that shit.
This shit looks good. This shit is everybody should watch this shit and be like, dude, this is how right here. This is how we feel. If you dealing in corporate America and you look like us, this is it.
But here's the other thing. So you don't got a problem with the other depictions of this shit in cinema, like that list you just pointed out, but you want to shut down the parody of the shit because it's a parody.
Right. That's all it is.
It's a parody. The American Society of Magical Negroes takes a satirical shot at the white people or evil trope. I don't think so. I don't even think it takes a shot at that shit.
It doesn't. It's just pointing out the obvious.
I think it fits perfectly at the end where, this magical Negroes giving this white woman the magic stick to make her feel better. What is the problem with that?
Because it was him chasing, or not chasing, but making sure that his white counterpart is taken care of. He's catered to, making sure his world is secure. And then at the end, he has to go after her. Go ahead.
At a certain point, we don't have to always follow what the colors at the NAACP have to say.
No, I'm not damn what they're talking about, because they just pissed on that end. I'm just saying if they had kept the storyline, just, it didn't even have to be about him getting with a chick. If they just could have stayed on topic with this whole, the parody of the magical Negro, It'd have been cool. We didn't need the rom-com. That's all. I'm tripping on the rom-com. Fuck that shit.
You know how many racist motherfuckers or people that have said questionable shit about black people the NAACP is giving awards to? Do you know all the shit that goes on in the world and mums the motherfucking world
when it comes to them?
Yeah. When it comes to NAACP, but because of a fucking movie that's making fun
of
what really and truly what really happens. Because we could talk about all the black men. This shit just came up again. I forget the brother's name. Some brother completed some crazy ass mission in the war and didn't get his goddamn his Medal of Honor. He finally got the fucking Medal of Honor when he like 80 something. You know, so this is art imitating life. But you want to shut down some shit because you said, motherfucker, it's always tropes about us. But now y'all, man, they better. I'm watching this shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I want to see some magic Negroes. You know, when I first saw it, I said, are they really making this? But y'all didn't say shit about dear white people.
Right.
Or you people. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't siding with the NAACP. I was just saying who's coming after this movie so far.
No, we know.
You know, it's them and a bunch of people in the comments saying, you know, they should have just stayed on topic and, you know, it didn't have to turn into a rom-com at the end. They like, shit, they had a good storyline. You know, they fucked it up with that ending. But I was like, whatever. I mean, you know, they got to get some asses in the seat somehow. But I think it's going to be a hit.
Rachel Dolezal through.
I think that the interracial part of it is going to play a bigger part than we think in the movie, because if you remember in the trailer, because I guess first of all, David Allen Greer, this motherfucker is the most underrated motherfucker in Hollywood. You know, sir. I didn't get to see the Chocolate News, but they said that shit was so hilarious.
God. Me and Tank was on that shit, man. Me and Tank was on that shit and was hurt when that shit didn't come back on. Where Chappelle laughed,
yeah,
he took it. He took it there, but Cass just didn't jump on. He took it there, man.
There weren't many shows that were on Chappelle show level, and that was
Chocolate News. I gotta watch
it.
Oh, for our audience, if y'all don't know about David Allen Greer,
man, look,
Living Color and countless other movies and shit. He had his own series called Chocolate News.
Let me tell you something.
Find it. Please watch that shit.
I'm of the opinion. I am of the motherfucking opinion. Now, of course, I can't, you know, put Keenan to the side because that was his brainchild. But Jim Carrey got his due props. You know, he was funny. Mm-hmm. But David Allen Greer might have been the funniest cat.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Tommy Davidson to me, they stole the fucking show on In Living Color. And and Damon Wayans. When them two motherfuckers got together and did Men on Film,
classic.
But
classic.
So David Allen Greer is in here, but if you remember the trailer, in the trailer, he was saying that, you know, you're supposed to be helping him get the girl, not falling in love with the girl. And if you fall in love with her, you're gonna make us all lose our magic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So think about what he said. If you fall in love with the white girl, you're gonna make all the black motherfuckers lose their magic. I want to see this shit. Fuck what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want to say about me.
The American Society of Magical Negroes.
Right. Maybe
coming to you soon, and we will do a review on this because I think it's going to be a smash, man.
Maybe that's going to be the next name of the podcast. Hey, you got a trailer for it.
Dog, that shit was hilarious.
Is there a trailer or something for it up there?
Bro, I'm sure you can find the whole show somewhere
on YouTube. It should be up on YouTube. Trust me. Treat yourself.
Yeah. Talk about it. Yeah. I mean, it's on Chappelle level, Richard Pryor show level. It's was right there. Fucking hilarious.
Was it better than Key and Peele shit?
Yes.
It was there. It was in that realm. It just
didn't last long enough.
Yeah, it was in that realm.
It just didn't last long enough.
Let me tell you something. I seen David Allen Greer live. It's an improv, and it's not Plano, but I seen him live. This motherfucker is still hilarious. When he get to telling his life, what he been going through, this motherfucker is just a genius, man.
Yeah, underrated.
Shout out to David Allen Greer in the Magical Society of Negro.